Peak summer, mid-July, is that what you said?
No,
Is that,
it
is
just
that the
seems
date?
like it flew.
It's crazy.
I can't believe we're in the middle of summer.
Yeah, just like that. And then, you know, tomorrow it's going to be, we're going to be back to
Butternut squash.
vegetables.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm excited. I love this time of year.
Yeah. You know, I always say this time of year, like cooking is just so much easier. It's something Chef Tristan also makes very clear. It's like, you know, just put it on the plate and you can't go wrong.
You know, and we're not vegetarian, but it's so easy this time of year. You put together the cornucopia of things that are available. You don't even miss the protein.
Right. I'm loving this thing, and it's been really, really great for us at home.
And you know, of course, we've been doing these just really to kind of show how easy the home delivery boxes can be, and not for it to be intimidating.
Right.
Even a layperson can get great ingredients. And you know, you talk about a walk through. I mean, this really is a walk through the garden today.
Yeah.
What looks great is what's going to go in that box in any given time.
Right now,
Best of the season.
3 or 4 varieties of eggplants, like 2 varieties of cabbage, some bok choy, 3 or 4 varieties of lettuce, patty pans, zucchinis, one balls, round squash, cucumbers, carrots with tops on, a bunch of different kinds of tomatoes, flowers, herbs, and thyme. It's pretty cool.
You know, the eggplant, it reminds me of the trip my dad made out to Decorah, Iowa back in the 80s. Dr. Kent Waitley from Seed Savers Exchange probably has done more to preserve old heirloom varieties of everything. There's so many of these, and my dad came back with 100 different varieties of eggplant one year, and we grew them all just to kind of test and to see which ones we liked best. But you know, the eggplant always reminds me of that trip that he made out to Seed Savers Exchange, Decorah, Iowa, Dr. Kent Waitley.
Cool.
Amazing. He's done a lot to preserve the old heirloom varieties.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking today?
I'm thinking, you know, to approach the ingredients that people might question at home. You know, specifically the eggplant. You know, this is not your grocery store eggplant, so the cooking applications can change a little. I'm going to approach the baby squash as not your grocery store squash, so we're going to have some fun with that. And we're going to do it all in one pan. We'll incorporate as much of the box as possible, but we'll really focus on these. Well, let's get into it. Excited, and I think there's just a lot of really fun diversity here to explore.
There really
Even
is.
the 2 different varieties of cabbage here. You know, this is another thing that, you know, could take longer to
Speaking
cook.
of heirlooms.
Yeah. So there's 2. You'll see 1 and 1 right now, and that'll change. But very distinct differences when you get into it.
I love this.
Appropriately named.
Arrowhead.
Arrowhead, yep. So
Very appropriately named.
Hispy, Sweetheart, Arrowhead. It goes by a few names.
And it's just, I mean, it's so sweet. It's cool because of the unique shape, but I think that where it really is at is the fact that it's just a nice, sweet,
It's delicious.
flavored
Super
cabbage.
delicious.
Same with this one.
Yeah, we love this one. So another green cabbage in a round variety selected for its size to be harvested small and tied up, you know, I guess pretty young. So I'm really going to highlight, like, you know, searing techniques, how to you know, properly sear something. We'll incorporate that throughout the box with a few different ingredients, the squash, even the tomatoes, the eggplants. We'll chop up some of the carrot tops. Carrot tops are food. Don't throw those away. It's a very important part of the plant's mass, and it's also a great indicator of how fresh these vegetables are. You know, they're really harvested to order. Beautiful. Now, when I cut eggplants, I'll generally will apply salt immediately after slicing it. You'll see they're white. They will oxidize. Eggplants generally oxidize, but baby eggplants not as fast. So I'll just take a little salt, rub it in, done.
Yeah, and I think, you know, for the eggplant, you know, if you really are missing that protein, you're looking for the beef, I think that's a great, it's almost like a portobello. You get that.
Oh, definitely.
Get a little bit more substance to it.
It's really just a sponge. And just score these just like you would a, you know, a piece of fish or I don't know, like a mushroom to sear. Real nice hot pan. That's a good sound. What are you making, Farmer?
You know, it's just a melange of, vegetable, summer vegetable.
Yeah. Great.
And just, key is, for me, just getting the denser stuff in quick and getting that broke down and then working the lighter stuff in later.
Great.
Not anything fancy for sure.
Beautiful. This cabbage seared is awesome.
Wow, you're really getting a nice charred edge on those.
Yeah, yeah.
I love that.
Really
That
see
adds so much texture, right?
Definitely, definitely. Eggplant can handle such high temperatures too. It can really, you can almost just burn it if you can. The inside, it's just full of water. So it becomes this steam that basically cooks the flesh to really just this tender, beautiful, simple, and very, very, very delicious vegetable.
I love this time because a lot of times, that when it's an older time, you've got to peel the leaf off.
Oh, mostly, yeah.
And this
Definitely.
is just so beautiful because it's so tender. You can eat the whole
thing. Yeah. No,
you want a little of that?
This is, one of my favorite herbs here on the farm for that reason. Now we'll do the same thing with searing tomatoes. High pan, cut side down on a pretty hot heat. You can be on and off the heat. You don't want to stir them too much or disturb them too much. You can really break them down, but I like them, it's like an English breakfast. Bread will sear now. Bok choy leaves can go in now. Micro thyme can go in now. Like an eggplant?
Yeah. So you're putting a little heat to the thyme too. You don't need much there.
No, you just want to kind of warm it up.
Just to bring the oils out.
Just warm it up. On and off.
Wow.
They really are like meaty. Like
No bitterness there.
No, no.
That's sweet.
I love that mushroom reference you brought up earlier. It really is. It's like it'll bring in the flavor that you give it.
That looks great.
Yeah, it's so simple and it's so seasonal and it's so delicious. I think we're both on the exact same path. And the path is just on and off the heat. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take time. And it can be as easy or as complicated as you choose to make it. Right?
Anytime you can eat this stuff without cooking it, you're going to get 50% more nutrition. But these micros,
yeah. Just throw a handful in there. The micro sunflower specifically, this thing's delicious. Okay. Well,
I think yours look as sexy, if not sexier, in the pan than in the plate. I liked how you had it all rolled up in there. And
yeah. All right. Well, there you go.
cheers.
Cheers. So hot.